Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It is Thursday night. It is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is time for the Mike and Mish Show. But on the West Coast, it's also time for the Temecula weigh-ins. But we're here talking BKFC.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
What's up? What's up? I'm about to get them up on the screen right here. It's been a little bit of a hectic night, a little bit of crazy things going on over here. No need to worry, though. However, we do have to cut the show just a slight bit short today, Kyle. Just a slight bit. I got to get out of here. But we got till like 9:45, 9:50ish. But I got to get out of here. Don't be worried. I'm
we're gonna
good.
do our
I just
best
gotta
to
do
stick
something.
to. We're gonna try to stick to time frames here. It's 9:01. We'll have Sam Shewmaker coming on in a minute, and then we're gonna have Taylor Starling coming on after that. Let me just make sure Sam's on his way in. But while we're doing that, why don't we shout out our sponsors, because we got sponsors on the show. You got the weigh-ins. You watching them while we're doing this too?
I'm gonna put them on my screen over here. I just got to
Yeah.
do a little bit of some sharing up.
Yeah, I got them on my screen over here too, so we can kind of see what's going on as well. But hey,
Hopefully everybody else is watching.
yeah, before we get going here, let's go ahead and shout the sponsors out. We got Bucked Up, guys. Buckedup.com. Get over to buckedup.com, buy some supplements, and buy some energy drinks. They're sugar-free energy drinks. They're super clean supplements. The pre-workouts are the best in the business. Every single day, I take some pre-workout. I take some Pumpocalypse. That was a hard one for me to say. Pumpocalypse. I get a huge pump in the gym, then I drink some BCAA, some 6-point creatine, and I feel super fucking jacked up when I leave the gym. And it's all because of Bucked Up. So go to there, buckedup.com, promo code MikeandMish20, get 20% off your total purchase.
Hey, yo, dynamic life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV Dynamic on Instagram. Boom.
There it is. And before we bring on Sam, I am texting back and forth with him, Mike. I'm trying to get the show on the Rizzo here because we got to cut it short tonight. But he says he's ready. I'm telling him to try the link, and if the link doesn't work, I might have to resend it. But no big deal.
And it happens. It happens.
It's nice to be back, though. You know, even though things pop up. You know, we didn't cancel this show because we did want to talk to Sam, and we do want to talk to Taylor. We want to give away a poster, and you know, we weren't going to miss that thing. Right now on the weigh-ins, Brian Sosha just introduced the ring card girls. One of them looked extremely close to Ariana Celeste.
I just saw that. Ariana
Yeah,
Celeste.
man. I thought that was her for a second. Hey, with that said, the man himself, the Hillbilly Hammer, is in the waiting room. We're going to bring him on in 1 second, Mike. Why don't we bring him on? What's up?
Yes, we will. Everybody stay tuned because guess who's back? The Hillbilly Hammer. That's who. We'll be back after these words. Let's go.
The Rasha is a true scalar plasma energy technology with the most advanced base 12 frequency collection that protects, enhances, and harmonizes the autonomic nervous system. This can help a soldier, athlete, or animal improve their training, endurance, recovery time, and overall performance while achieving the ultimate victory-winning mindset called consciousness coherence. Once in this state of consciousness coherence, a soldier or an athlete is able to advance his target focus to a level where it is completely in the now present moment with relaxation and stress release. The Rasha is where science meets consciousness.
What is going on, Sam Shewmaker? Welcome back, dude. What's up?
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Been a long
Man, he's back. He is back.
You know what I like about that Rasha commercial, real quick, Sam? You know what I like about that Rasha commercial? I like how it says soldiers, athletes, and animals. Like that product is so good that it helps animals as well. I don't know how that helps, but it's phenomenal. There you go. But speaking of animals, you're back, man. What's going on? You are one of the absolute true OGs of the BKFC. I have said it many times. I actually did a video about you about 6 months back. The video was called like "Where's Sam Shewmaker?" I think that's what it was called.
I watched it. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You know,
You were there for 1 through 5 BKFC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18, 20, whatever. Like you were very much a staple in the growth in the beginning of the BKFC. And then towards the end of your run, at the beginning, at your first run, you ran into 3 fucking champions. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to sneeze at there. Your 3 losses were to the best of the best. You've been off. You're back. What have you been doing since the last time we saw you? And what is it that has enticed you to come back and get back in this thing?
I took a little time off, had to get some things right mentally, physically. Really excited to come back now. I've been actually chomping at the bit, and we've been talking probably close to a year now with Dave and Nate and trying to work things out and to get a fight back and to actually get this fight here going. So we're excited to come back, and we're excited that it's going to be against Josh Burns. We're going to get to hopefully see a little bit more than just a few seconds on this one. And, give the fans what they want to see. And it's going to be a war right there at, historic Sturgis. So I'm excited. I can't wait. It's just an honor to be able to get in there and trade punches.
Have you ever been out to Sturgis for the bike rally week?
I've never been. Nope. I've always wanted to go and never been out there. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited.
I feel like you look like you were born at Sturgis. I feel like you look like you fit right in there, like someone just pull you right out.
Yeah, definitely. I hope so. I'm excited to be around a lot of people who are like me. So yeah, it's gonna be
right. It's like on Brian's social show the other day, he had Chris Lytle on, and Lytle was talking about it, and his words were exactly what were in my head. The way they built this card was so perfect for a bike week. Like
right, yeah.
The two very highly skilled girls, but let's be honest, they're 2 very pretty girls at the top of the card.
Right.
And 2 blonde girls with tattoos all over them, about to beat each other up. But other than them 2, it's like a bunch of heavyweights and cruiserweights all tatted up that are going to kick the shit out of each other in front of a bunch of rowdy bikers. It's like,
oh yeah,
they really nailed the market. They like figured the market out on this one for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think the crowd's going to love it. The fights are all going to be phenomenal, and it's going to be very entertaining and just right up that alley right there where, we're going to all fit right in. So I'm excited to put on a good show.
And it was Josh Burns that brought you back. When you said you started talking with the BKFC about a year ago, were there any other names that they were like bringing up and suggesting as possible opponents, or has Josh Burns also been being talked about for a while? Because he had gone over to BYB for a little while, and now he's coming back. What were the conversations like between you and the brass over there?
There's a few of the top heavyweights that they're wanting me to, go in there with, and I was accepting to every single invite. Stuff kept happening, stuff getting pushed back. My main goal was definitely to fight Josh, and I made that known to Dave and Nate from day one, talking about coming back. And Josh was gone to BYB, so we weren't able to make that fight, but now we're able to get him back over here, and him and I are gonna have it out right there in front of God and everybody.
The night you 2 fought, you kind of caught him at like his peak bare knuckle self. You know what I mean? Like Josh has been fighting for forever in MMA and bare knuckle, had a lot of bare knuckle overseas. But like I just feel like there was something different about him that night when you guys fought. He came out to that like pirate music. He had the freaking flags. He was just like dialed the fuck in.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you were on the receiving end of that. But will you agree? Like you caught him on one of his best nights, and that's something that you want to get back.
Yeah, for sure. Josh is a veteran of the sport. He's highly skilled. He's had a lot of knockouts, and he fights the best of the best, just like I do. He doesn't turn down a fight. So The fans are going to be the winners that night. Him and I are going to get out there, and we're going to go toe to toe, and we're going to dance around, and we're going to beat on each other, and it's going to be bloody, and it's going to be awesome. I'm hoping that it lasts, like I said earlier, a little bit longer than what it did. He come out, like you said, he was hyped up. He was on his A game, and he did. He caught me with a good shot right on the chin, and that's all it takes when you're heavyweight, especially with heavy hands like what Josh has. So we're going to go out there this time and try to avoid that and try to inflict some pain on him, and like I said, put on a great show.
Before the last fight, you guys, I didn't think that you guys really disliked each other at first, but then a meme war started between you guys, right? And then I did feel, now I don't know if it was directly, I cannot remember if it was directly because of some of the things that happened in the memes or something that was said outside of the memes, more likely. But what made, because I feel like there was a lot of fire at the end there. Like in the beginning, it was like, haha, this is funny. But by the time you guys fought, I thought there was some real animosity going into it.
There's definitely animosity, and that's the name of the game. Getting in there and getting all that testosterone going and, making it a war against each other, not only before, but during. So just hyped it up for us, hyped it up for the fans. And, Josh is a respectable guy. He's like I was saying earlier, he's a veteran of the sport, but if there's a little animosity involved, then it, definitely hypes up the fight on both sides and get us both going and get the crowd going. So that's a good thing. I think that's a great marketing tool. And, a lot of people could learn from Josh and some of the stuff that he does for damn sure.
Is this time around, is it the same feeling between the two of you guys, or is it a little more respectful this time? I mean, he did make that
I haven't
funny.
heard that much.
Josh made that funny video. There was like a funny video, and I think he used the movie We Are the Millers, and he put your face. You got to give him credit. That one was pretty fucking funny.
I was laughing. It was pretty good. He does, like I said, when he makes the memes, he does a good job. So it's pretty funny. I was laughing. I mean, yeah. But that's the shit that sells fights. Not only the insulting stuff, but some of the funny stuff too. Insulting. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's good. I've been trying to put some out there too. I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff that I've put together and put out there, but yeah, it's fun and it's good to build it up. And we're ready to get out there and get after each other, get underneath each other's skin a little bit, and go take it out on each other in the ring.
Awesome, man. And you mentioned taking some time off, get your head right, get everything back in order. Have you been training all along, or did you take a break from training for a little bit when you stopped fighting after Mick? You had a boxing match, and then after that boxing match, you kind of been off for a while. Have you just been like chilling out, or did you never really leave the gym?
I took a couple months off of the real intense training. Never really left the gym, but just, let my body heal up a little bit. Like I said, let my mind and deal with some things in life going on. I got a family, run my own business. So, levels, sometimes the stress gets high, and sometimes these losses take a little bit out of you, but I'm excited to come back. I got some fire underneath me, and I'm ready to put on a hell of a fucking show.
Yeah. Plus, you're a stonemason, right? Like when you're not in the gym, you're still in the gym. You know what I mean? These stone workers are some fucking different breeds. I worked with a couple dudes, and I swear that with this one guy, Steve, just worked with stone his whole life. When you shook his hand, you were worried that he was just going to shatter every bone in your fucking hand when he shook your hand. Just like the hardest hands I've ever felt in my life. So I feel like you probably got those hands. You are the Hillbilly Hammer, so it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's a trade that you got a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of real hard grip and stuff. And it's just good, hard manual labor. And that what helps put the food on the table at my house. So I enjoy it. It's an artwork. A couple good masons working with me, my brother and one of his best friends growing up. We all do it together, and we got a couple guys working with us. And man, we just get out there and enjoy our time together. I mean, yeah, work sucks. Don't get me wrong, but got a good crew and we make it a good time.
And it's a good time when you get to swing the hammer at somebody's face and put them to sleep too. That's always fun. You were, like I said, you were one of the pioneers here. You were there from 1 through 5, first 5 events. You were on every one of those cards. You were there when they were building the divisions. You were there when there weren't that many heavyweights running around, right? That's why, there wasn't too many people to fight out there. Now, you've been watching the progression of the BKFC. They're out in California tonight. They got an event tomorrow night. They're out there for their weigh-ins right now.
Yeah.
The growth of the company since BKFC 1 when you first made your debut with them to now has to, like, does it shock you at all? Like, when you first started and you were out in Wyoming on that first event, it was kind of like a crapshoot. They didn't know what the hell they were getting themselves into. You didn't know what the hell you were getting yourself into. Now, here we are 6 years later, and this shit is going through the roof. And your division is bringing in all these big names like, you know, Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy and Mick Terrell's now the champ. You fought him once before. What goes on in your mind when you look at this company from day one to now, and what are your thoughts on things?
I mean, Nate and Dave and everyone on that team has really done a great job bringing this thing along, putting it on great shows, bringing on great fighters, you know. So it's just been such a good success story, and to see how far it's come in just a few years. And, you know, I'm pretty proud of being part of the foundation of some of that, even though it was a small part, you know. And I hope to continue even for a few more years, get some more fights going, have some multiple fights during the year, and end the career on a bang. And then, you know, go out and maybe even I'm thinking about possibly getting referee side of it even, or
Nice.
you know, just somehow still stay involved.
The referee side, the old Chris Lieben move there. You know what I'm saying? Chris Lieben made his BKFC refereeing debut at Knucklemania 4. It was cool to see him out there for that.
Yep.
And in the comment section, Ty Culverhouse hits the nail right on the head. The quality of the product. The BKFC has never cheaped out on the production. They've been putting together this roster at a rate like nobody could imagine it happening, as we just talked about, bringing in all these names, bringing more eyeballs, getting into more states. But one thing that they do like better than anyone, that show is so well put together every single time that it's easy for people to want to go back and watch again.
Right. Yep. Yeah. They been putting out a great product. And some of the events, the places they have them. I mean, the cities are so open arms, bringing us in and filling the arenas. And, it's just awesome to watch and to see the progression. And, you know, I'm hoping that it's going to be Madison Square Garden, you know, and then in Vegas, Bellagio or MGM or, you know, somewhere great. I just can't wait to see it get to there, but I think it's going to, and I think it's going to be sooner than what we think.
Like Sturgis is absolutely a phenomenal place to have fights, right?
Oh,
But you're talking about all these venues. Is there a place that you just like dream about fighting in?
definitely Madison Square Garden would be a dream come true to be able to fight at you know, such a historic fight town and fight arena. That would be probably on the top of my list, but there's so many. Sturgis being one of them is good. Like you were saying, it's going to be a phenomenal place to have a fight. I
didn't even know Sturgis was an option, you know, and now it's like, it's a great option.
When they called and asked me, I was like, well, yeah, I definitely want to be on that card. I don't want to miss that at all. So
the fact that it's at the Buffalo Chip, which is like the biggest venue in Sturgis, and you could put 40 to 50,000 there, is just bananas to me. Like you know, me and Mike have been 27 of these things now in person, and we were there from Knucklemania 1. That it was during COVID, and they were only allowed 50% of the arena. So there was like 800, 900 people there, maybe, I don't know, maybe 1,000 people there.
yeah,
It was a very small crowd, but it was a great crowd, great show, great crowd. And from that night to possibly putting 40, 50,000 people around the squared circle at Sturgis, just, I don't even have words for it. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah. And it's likely they are going to have quite a few in there, and I'm excited to see the electricity of that crowd. You know, a crowd of that size coming to watch us get in there and just go to war on each other. And you know, and the demographic of the crowd, you know, they're going to be fight fans through and through. So it's going to be so exciting in and out of the ring. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be electric.
We've been joking about and also reminiscing about WCW Hog Wild when they had the ring right in the middle of the field, and they just had bikers just all around the ring, fucking just so loud with their bikes, screaming, having a good time. Like, that's what I envisioned. Just so many people on motorcycles, just motorcycles going. Like we actually yesterday, was it Larimore that we were joking with about coming out on a motorcycle?
Yeah, yeah.
Just riding a motorcycle. They should
Like
have
the
everybody come out.
Undertaker, come out on like the American Badass plan. Get
Why
Kid
not?
Rock, to sing it live while you're riding a bike out there, and be fucking awesome.
It would be cool if they could get each fighter and have like a group of bikers and they all ride in. Obviously, we know we don't want like somebody who doesn't know how to ride a motorcycle to get on one, and a fighter has to ride their motorcycle right into the side of like, the stage or something. So that would not be good. So, but obviously,
Pee Wee Herman.
we don't want that. Yeah, exactly. Pee Wee Herman knocked the bikes over. Yeah. So, but it would be cool if they set something up where they kind of ushered you in, like different fighters were ushered in with the bikes, that would be awesome. That should be the theme here, right?
That would be cool. Hell yeah, that would be.
So much
Man.
shit. So
Look
much.
at all these ideas for this show. I haven't told them about any of them.
You said the fight, like the rowdy crowd. Mike was like, "Yeah, Sturgis is going to be full of bare knuckles, blood, boobies, bikes, just fights in the ring,
all
fights
that
in the
stuff.
crowd, fights everywhere. It's going to be fucking great." Oh man, I can't
Barbecue.
wait. It's so good to have you coming back too, because I don't remember. Mike were you away somewhere, Mike? And that's why we weren't doing shows. So I started doing those. I started making like little one-off videos. When I did that, Sam, I think you were away at school, and we weren't able to do shows. And I'm like, man, I gotta talk some bare knuckle. I can't just sit around. This is fucking killing me. So I'm like, what can I? And I'm like sitting in my studio here, and I'm like looking around, and I'm staring at your big face right there on BKFC 18. That night, by the way, how bad did it suck for you, Sam Shewmaker, to sit around till about 1:30 in the morning before you guys make the walk to that damn ring? That fucking night was so long. Because for those watching right now, the Hollywood Hard Rock was having problems with power because of storms, and it made a 3-hour event turn into like a 6-hour event. And man, that must have sucked, Sam.
Yeah, I was definitely yawning and trying to fall asleep in the dressing room at 11, so we were up moving, stretching, trying to just stay limber. I mean, it was crazy. And those things happen. Joey had to fight the same way I did the same time. So hats off to him for pulling that decision out. And if I could get one back, I'd love to have that one back, but it is what it is. It's part of the past. And what a historic event to be a part of, though. All the big names on that card. It was awesome.
Oh yeah. That was huge. That was huge. And you know what? Was that the first one in Hollywood Hard Rock, Mike?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes, and I remember going there. Me and Mike walk into the venue before the weigh-ins, and we're like looking at the setup, and we're like, "It's in a theater. This is going to be dumb." We're like,
I don't like this.
We're being like skeptics about it. We're like, "What this setup?
Like
I don't know about this setup, man." Like. Then the event happens, and that place was so fucking cool. And every single event we've gone back there, it just gets better and better.
Yeah,
and
like
now,
one of the best places.
It's the best place. It's one of the best places. And now, Sam, they're selling out all the balconies too. Like every single seat in that place has an ass in it now. What a night for you guys. I know you want to get that one back. And I would imagine at some point, now that you see that Mick's wearing the strap, eventually before we let you go, is the plan to come back, fight Josh, and then stick around and make another run here in the BKFC?
That's the plan. All along, we got one more run in us to do it. And then, we're going to put everything we can into it. Hopefully we can get through Josh, and then, maybe another opponent or two, and then maybe I can get another shot there at the title. And I definitely want to get that one back with Mick. It'd be awesome if it was on American soil this time, and just welcome him over here to the United States and get that title back over here.
Yeah. Well, we're all here for the return of the Hillbilly Hammer, Sam. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. We had to get you back on here. We are going to have your opponent on next week. Josh is scheduled, I think, for next Thursday. You guys will find that out prior to next Thursday, obviously. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, but we got Josh coming on. So we had to get you on here, talk to you. Do you want to take a minute and shout anybody out or say anything before we let you go tonight?
Definitely want to thank you guys first and foremost for bringing me on. It's great to be back. The welcoming is just, it feels great, and I appreciate it. Giving me the opportunity to use my, what I've gained here as far as my stage, my opportunity. So thank you guys. I want to thank my trainers, my wife, my kids, everyone that's had to put up with me over the last few months, just, getting back and really pushing and trying to make this thing happen. So, appreciate you guys. You guys have a great night, and I'll be watching what Josh is on.
Thank you, Sam. Mike, do you have anything else for Sam before we let him go?
It's been a long time, my friend. I am glad that you are back. I cannot wait to see you guys get in there. And at Sturgis, of all places, I know we've said it like 4 or 5 times during this interview, but I feel like you guys are made for Sturgis.
Oh, 100%.
And you know what? It is going to be insane. Like Kyle said, it's going to be bikers, barbecue, boobies, and blood. And that's what we love. So
That's right.
but that's America, baby. That's America. And hey, good luck next week. Tune in, get in the comments, talk a little shit. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see you there. And then we'll see you in Sturgis. So thank you so much for coming on. Everybody, make sure you're tuned in on August 3rd. BKFC 63 in Sturgis. Up next, we have the headliner, one of the headliners, Killa Bee. She's going to be joining us. Sam Shewmaker, thank you so much once again for coming on, and take care. Everybody else, stay tuned.
So now that some time has passed, I can finally circle back to this meme right here. I know you guys have seen it. It was a different ball game, but I had a blast. So yeah, that's me. That's me. I know what you're thinking. No way is that you. Yeah, that's me. My name is Taylor Killa Bee Starling. I am a professional fighter, and I fight for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. This fight right here was my first fight ever. I fought Teresa Segala in my bare knuckle debut. It was my first fight ever. We got fight of the night. This fight's on YouTube. It's got millions of views. You guys need to go check it out. Taylor Starling versus Teresa Segala.
With a big winner tonight. Taylor Starling, how are you feeling, girl? That was a crazy fight.
I'm super excited. It was really tough. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was definitely a different ball game, but I had a blast, so thank you.
Oh my God, you see me in my boyfriend's underwear. Hi guys.
No, we've seen him in his underwear before, I'm sure, at some point.
I recognize those underwear anywhere.
Yeah.
Usually when I do podcasts at home, I'm like pantsless. It's like, but you guys got me. All right. Hi guys. How's it going?
Hey, what's up? I want to point something out. That little interview right there, that's become a huge meme, right?
Right.
You just make this little laugh afterwards. You go, huh? And for some reason, that makes me laugh every time, because you just it's if you watch it back, I'm sure you know, but I was editing it yesterday, and I don't think I noticed that, but you just give like a little huh at the end of it, and it's actually pretty funny.
That is definitely my and my like. You know how people say and like over and over again?
Mm-hmm.
I've come to find out when I do interviews and podcasts and things like that, after I get done talking, I always giggle. So it's not even like a giggle, it's just like a like I'm done talking. Like, you know?
Your turn.
See, I did it. I do it. Like, yeah.
You know, in that interview with you and Susan,
yeah.
You see who's peeking over your shoulder while you're talking there?
Who was it? Britain Hart's face.
Yeah. Britain Hart's face peeking right over your shoulder, looking at you. It looks like her eyes are looking right at the back of your head.
Baby.
You know, and Mike put that video together to do an introduction for you tonight, and I'm watching. Those were footage that we shot from that night.
Yeah.
You were
On
just
my phone. It was the first event we ever went to live.
Really?
Taylor, you were just a little baby, and you had about 1 million less
A wee little
tattoos.
baby.
You were just like the lack of ink in that video was startling from then to there to now.
I had to start making money, man, so I could pay for it. And then the funniest part is like people are trying to decipher that video, and they're like, "That's not even you. You don't have any of those tattoos." I'm like, "That's also 4 years ago, and I get tattoos like after I fight." The first thing I do is go to a tattoo parlor and get blasted. Like I get as many as I can in a short amount of time because I know that another fight is not too far away. So
Crazy. You're
but people
fucking
don't
nuts.
think it's me, and I'm like, I literally have the fox tattoo over here. I definitely got more and I started making more money and I can afford the tattoos I wanted.
I love that video too, because when you're talking to Susan, your hand is still covered in blood
Like
and it's swollen as shit. And that's one of the main things that I remember from that
Yes.
first night of the first event that we ever covered was your hand at like the after party little gathering at the hotel
At
afterwards.
like 2 a.m. or 3
You were like,
a.m.
and you were like holding a shot glass with your fingers like this, and you're like,
and covering my face. I was covering my face. Like
I'll never forget it, man. That was like one of the coolest nights ever. It was the first BKFC event that we had ever been to live. So
I think my favorite thing from that night is like I try to tell people all the time that like I am the same person that you see on a camera, that you see on an interview or on whatever an Instagram. I'm the same person, and the best thing is like I met you guys, I met Brian Sosha, I met a lot of people, but I didn't know who they were at the time. And my favorite thing is everyone always tells me stories from that night, and they're like, you've always just been the best, and I'm like.
yeah.
Good. Like I've always been the same, so you know.
And you showed up late to everybody was down there. It was like right outside the back, like the sliding glass doors at that hotel. I think the
It's
pool
right
might have
next.
been
Yeah, it
by
was
the
like
pool.
kind of near SeaWorld.
Yeah.
But we were down there like having a good time drinking and talking for a while, and then you came down a little while later in between the arena and coming down and partying with everybody. You took the time to do like an Instagram video, and you're like, "Hi guys," and your hands your hands are like so swollen in front of you, and you're all beat the fuck up. I'm like, this fucking girl is different, man.
Insane.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
insane.
I was very drunk by the end of the like but probably like by the time I walked from the back to one side of the arena, people were just handing me so many drinks. I was really tore up and my adrenaline like I couldn't process anything. Like it was the wildest thing. Like that interview with Susan went the way it went because Susan had asked me like 10 times like can you please go like get some of the blood off of yourself, and I was just like I can't. And she's like, "What do you mean you can't?" I'm like, I can't do it right now." I was like, "Either you interview me like this or I'm not doing an interview. Like
Oh my God.
I don't want to go wash it off." And she was just like, "Well, I guess this is how we're doing it." And they get a lot of heat for that I like that they just interviewed me like that. And no, it was completely my decision. Like I just was so amped on adrenaline. I like to sit and go in a silent bathroom after that like a fight and the way the event was going. Like I couldn't go in there and just like look in the mirror and be like, ah, like I didn't even want to see myself. I didn't see myself really until like I saw myself once in the bathroom, but I didn't really look at myself until I got to the hotel room and took a shower, and then I was like, damn, I look
And
crazy.
in the floor of the shower looked like a scene out of Psycho.
Yeah,
Right, with
my hair
the
had blood in
blood
it for
fucking
like a week.
swirling down the fucking drain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that must be pretty wild.
Yeah.
Somebody else's blood and your blood just mixes all over the fucking bottom of the tub. That's crazy. That's some
And
wild shit.
and now here we are.
And
Full
now here
circle
you are.
moment, baby.
And you know what? Another crazy thing too about that show. Faria was there.
Yeah.
Britain was there.
Mm-hmm.
You were there.
Jenny was there.
Jenny was there.
Jenny was
Teresa
there.
Segala were there. And you guys are all still at the top of the divisions now.
Let's go.
So
I think
like
it's
that
cool.
was like the beginning, and now here we are so far along. That was technically what BKFC 16 it would have been. It was like in between 15 and 16, I believe.
Yeah.
Right.
So like
it was
now
the 16th event.
now we're like God, what is it? 63
It's
coming up.
they're going to
So-
be fighting at 63 in Sturgis,
Yeah.
but it's like the
but
80s.
there's a fight night tomorrow, so
Right.
like, we're way out.
It's like the 86th or 87th event. It's right up in the 80s. It's fucking pretty amazing.
That's
you,
How
crazy.
wild!
You've been
It's
there for this
cool.
run. And
It's
now
cool.
here you are. Here you are. You both fought on Knucklemania 1, like you said. Flash forward, what year was that? 2021?
Yeah,
Yeah,
COVID
Here we are,
times.
2021.
3.5
I know. I saw
years
you with
later.
the mask coming out with the damn.
Yeah, you had
mask.
the
Hey,
COVID
grr,
mask
grr.
on.
They made us.
I know.
on the
It was so stupid.
They made you wear the mask on the walkouts.
On the
but
walkout, you and everyone.
nobody in the audience was wearing them.
Yeah,
They
they
were
did make us do it.
right. They weren't enforcing the mask in the audience. You had to wear the mask into the building, but once you got into the arena, you could take it off.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then you guys are walking out with masks on, and your cornermen are wearing fucking masks and shit. I'm like, this is ass backwards, man.
And we could only have one corner, like only one person. You know how hard that was? Like my first bare knuckle fight, not knowing what to expect, having one corner person. It was like,
Man.
what the fuck?
Oh, and we always
And-
talk that fight. Who got knocked down in the first round? Was it
Sagala. And we
Sagala?
thought
I
that
didn't
she
get-
died.
I didn't get knocked down in that
I
fight.
thought she
Right.
died.
We thought you had her knocked out. Like when
Yeah.
the way she hit the canvas, we're like,
Yeah,
oh
like stiff as a
shit!
board
And then
she
she
fell.
sat up like the Undertaker and fucking went on for 4 more rounds.
I think we were in the fourth round and I was in the corner and Keith's like, knock her the fuck out. And I'm like, I'm trying. She keeps
Yeah.
fucking coming back to
I
life.
did.
don't know.
Yeah,
I already did.
you're like, what do you think I'm trying to do? You fucking asshole.
I was like, she's not going down, bro. Like we're just gonna finish this out.
Yeah,
Here
I
you-
think you mentioned in that the video that I took off of your Instagram that you guys were fight of the night. However, it was actually fight of the year, I believe.
Yeah. Fight of the year, yeah. Super awesome.
Fight of the year. You guys got fight of the year. Give yourself some credit, Taylor. Come on.
Yeah, it was cool. It's so awesome. You know, I never expected that fight to change my life the way it did. And I'm super thankful. Like, I have to pinch myself all the time. Like, when people talk about me being a OG and bare knuckle and a pioneer, like, for the women's division, it's really cool. And thankfully, like, I've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And another full circle moment, baby. Back to the top of the mountain we go for Sturgis. So,
Right. Well, highs and lows are all part of life. You thrive with the highs, but you learn from the lows. So you need some of those bumps in the road to get to your best, and you have hit
Phil's
those.
character.
And now you bounce back from them. Here you are. You went down to 115. You got the win over Jenny. Next thing you know, here you are 3.5 years after Knucklemania 1. You're fighting the girl who headlined Knucklemania 1 for the 115-pound title. That is something else. You pictured this, right? Back then, did you picture yourself fighting Britain for a belt someday?
I didn't think for a belt. I just remember like the connotation of that night was a lot of people like me and Britton were hugging it out. We were friends at that time. We were like,
Yes.
I'm so proud of you. You're so proud of me. And I just remember so many people coming to me at some point and just being like, watch out. Like just watch out because, you know, at some point this is probably gonna end up you guys fighting each other. I definitely thought it would have happened a lot sooner than it did. But I'm excited. I think we're two of the only females that have a big name in the company that haven't crossed paths. So it's time. It's time. I think the fans really deserve a good fight. I think we're very perfectly matched up. You know, I not to shit on people that Britain's been fighting in the 115 division because like I think Ginny was definitely the most worthy opponent, and I think a couple of the other people she fought were more of just like this is who we have and this is who you're gonna fight. So I think the fans deserve a good fight. Britain deserves a good opponent, and here I am, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited.
She's gonna be in Sturgis too. So like the Sturgis thing just blew our minds when they announced that it was
Yeah.
going to be there. You guys are not only going to be able to fight each other now 3-4 years later, it's going to be in front of the biggest crowd that they've ever had.
Yeah,
Like,
live. Crazy.
no matter what, like it doesn't. They don't even have to sell the damn place out. It's going to be the biggest crowd that they ever had because there's going to be a 250,000 people at freaking Sturgis, and
Oh yeah.
if that place holds 40 to 50,000, even if they put half capacity in there, that's 25,000 fucking people, and they've never had that. You know what I mean? Like you guys are going to step in there in front of the biggest, rowdiest crowd the BKFC has ever had. What does that mean to you?
It means everything. It's awesome. I think my favorite part of all of it is like not know and nothing about anybody on the undercard, but I think it's so funny that we have like the biggest, burliest men on the undercard.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
giant, tatted up, face tattoos, big guys that look like they'd be riding bikes on the undercard. And then you got me and Britain, like two really hot, pretty, attractive females going at it. And I think it's cool. Like it's awesome. It says something for the women and, you know, it's a big deal, biggest live event. I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm ready for anything. It's going to be awesome. I think I'm excited to go and throw down in front of all of these people and like get them hyped, like because I know these bikers are just gonna love this shit. Like they're going to love it.
Yeah. The walkout better be fire. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have to
The
say,
weigh-ins, oh man, I cannot wait to see what you two pull out. Like this is gonna be some crazy shit. I
I
know it.
definitely
You're
have
both
a
show people for sure.
my weigh-in outfit is already like put together and I'm very excited about it. It's very true to the theme. And then my walkout. So for Sturgis, I decided like I always like to walk out to rap other than when I fought Jenny. It was like what was it? What's the word I'm looking for? Copyright music. Not copyrighted music or whatever.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
didn't even I just picked the bare knuckle song and I didn't even pay attention to it. And when I walked out to the Kill Bill song, but
Oh yeah.
other than that, like I like to walk out to rap. I like to hype people up, but this time I'm like, okay, I don't think the Sturgis crowd's gonna really like rap, so I picked my rock metal side, like what I like of that, and it's gonna be really good. I think everyone's gonna like it.
Yeah, I think. Are you gonna walk or are you rolling out? Because I'm really trying to get people to be on a motorcycle at some point. You know what
Oh
I
my
mean? I really
gosh.
think that it's necessary.
I gotta be in a sidecar. I can't drive that thing. I need like
That-
someone with
that's
a sidecar. I
I
need a
just said that.
bandana and like little goggles, and I'm just like riding in it. Yeah, nah, I can't
Yeah.
drive a motorcycle. I'm terrified.
I just said to Sam Shewmaker, probably won't have anybody actually riding on the motorcycle because if they accidentally like crash it into the ring and like take their head off or something,
Yeah,
like
that would
yeah, that
be
would be
such a
bad,
problem.
real bad.
Big Ben says let Nick drive.
Nick's gonna be working.
Oh yeah, Nick's gonna be snapping
It's
photos.
gonna be
Nick's
on the
gonna be working.
camera.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you and Britain in that main event real quick. You two are both exciting fighters. How do you see this fight going between the two of you? You're both very similar in build, in length. Like there's a lot of similarities between the two of you. How do you see it going between you and Britain in the
This
main
is
event?
this is the thing. Like everybody wants to go, oh, I'm gonna knock somebody out, or I just see me finishing it in this round and whatever. You know, I have to come into it with realistic expectations. Britain is tough as fuck. That girl, if there's one thing she's going to do, is going to be fight. Like she's going to fight and she's going to fight until she can't fight anymore. So you know, I just have to go in there and make it my fight. She's very jab heavy, straight punch heavy. Like she doesn't throw a lot of hooks. Her clinch is, I want to say her clinch is good. But it's Britain Hart's clinch. There's no clinch like it. It's not the best I've seen. It's not the worst I've seen. But she knows how to go in there and clinch and grab the fuck out of somebody. She's very heavy on her jab, and yeah, I think a lot of people kind of fight Britain's fight other than Christine. Like Christine knows how to push that gas and pressure, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a war. I also have my own prediction in my head I'm not going to put out into the universe, but let me just tell you this right now. I have changed my conditioning and I just do conditioning that is completely relative to power and my strength. And I know when I walk into that ring on fight night, I'm going to be a big bitch. Like when I fought Jenny and I walked in the ring, I was 135. So I know that I have a nuclear bomb in my right hand. And, you know, I just got to go and detonate it.
Wow. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this one. And what I want, what I'm hoping, and thinking that you're going to bring to the table here. And no offense to Sharisa or Jenny or Melanie Shaw, they didn't really do anything to Britain.
Yeah. I
Do
mean, it's
you
like
agree
I
with me?
said,
Like
they're
Jenny didn't like. No offense to Jenny, and we love Jenny
They didn't
too,
really
but
engage Jenny
Jenny
and her.
didn't
Didn't really
do
do too
much
much.
that fight. She really did not. Melanie Shaw took so much fucking damage in that fight and did not give any damage back. Britain
yeah.
was basically untouched in that fight. And Sharisa, I believe Sagala was a late replacement. It was supposed to be Fanny
Shaw, I
Palumpi.
think what Shaw was too.
Was it? Was she
Shaw, I
too?
think
It was
Shaw was
supposed
a
to be
late
Fanny
replacement
Palumpi.
also.
So Sagala was just thrown in there, and like you could kind of almost tell that she was just thrown in there in that
Yeah.
fight. So Britain has not really been truly tested yet
At
in any of
115,
at
no.
115. So this one here, if you're going in there with that nuclear bomb, I mean, just make it as grimy as Britain does. That's for sure. You gotta make
Yeah,
it as
you know, that I think the thing with the biggest misconception with like my Ginny fight, like let me tell you guys something about my Ginny fight. When I fought Ginny, the one thing I did was watch her and Britain's fight over and over and over and over again because I knew that Britain was a taller fighter, and I was like, you know what? What did Britain Hart do to beat Ginny? So I need to study this. I need to see this. And of course, when I got in there, like I wanted a more exciting fight, but at the same time, when I was beating Ginny the same exact way that Britain was, my coaches literally told me, they were like, we don't give a fuck if people boo or anything. You need to be back in the win column. Keep doing what you're doing. Fight the fight like this. You don't have to make it a brawl, so don't. So I didn't. So it was very technical boxing. I wanted to show that. So it was a really good fight from a technical standpoint. And now I'm excited to fight Britain because we're both gonna be technical and we can both brawl and we can fight. So let's go.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
This event's
Yes.
going to be awesome.
Yes, this is
This
gonna be
event
great.
is going to be
This is
awesome.
gonna be a good one. I cannot wait because, like I always say, that first fight, first event we ever covered live, we talked about it already at the top of the interview. When you and Sharisa fought, that was like the fight that we were like, what the fuck is this? Holy shit. I've never seen anything like this. It was just totally different. Just the sound of the punches, just the grittiness of it all. It was just different. The pacing, it just the whole thing. It's a certain vibe about it. Just the sound of the punches that people don't understand unless you're there. You can watch this.
Yeah.
Trust me, this is the fastest, most exciting fighting that you're going to get in combat sports that's broadcast, right? But when you go there live, it's even better. Like it's
I think
different.
my favorite thing about bare knuckle that I've had to even come to learn, like being in it for so long, is like so many people think like, oh, I fight MMA, I'm gonna come fight MMA. I'm a really good boxer, I'm gonna be so good at bare knuckle. Oh, I'm a Muay Thai fighter, I can clinch with the best of them. Bare knuckle is its own discipline, and I think that's really cool because it's like everybody has a game plan until they come in there and they fight bare knuckle, and it's not the same. It's its own discipline and its own thing. I think that's really cool. You know how many times I've heard everybody say I do this, so it's going to be like this, and then it goes the other direction. So yeah, it's cool. It's its own discipline, and bare knuckles here to stay. It's only getting bigger and better.
For the longest time, we would hear people say like, "Oh, boxers obviously are going to do the best and this and that." However, the fact is that most of the champions, pretty much even up to this point, have all been from MMA. They've all like leading up from Knucklemania all the way till recently, where we're starting to see more traditional boxers get into it and starting to figure the sport out. They're all MMA fighters that were doing really, really well. Now
Dude,
it's starting to even out.
Kai Stewart's a fucking wrestler, and he like,
Yeah.
dude, his technique and his form and the way he fights, like people cannot figure it out for the life of them, and it's really cool. Like I said, bare knuckle is its own thing.
That's perfectly said, because and it also says something to the fact that you and Britain are where you are right now, and you mentioned you, Britain, Jenny, Sharisa, Christine, you're all still there. You're still at the top of the game because you guys are evolving with the sport. And just like you said, it is its own thing. People have gone from like trying to figure out how to train for it to knowing how to train for it now.
Yeah.
And people like you and Britain and like Lorenzo Hun and Chris Camozzi out in Denver has figured it out, and he's like teaching strictly bare knuckle classes out there now. It's becoming its own thing, and it's phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I love the sport for sure. I wanted to ask you something, and on like a not so happy note, do you pay attention to any of the haters online? Because when they announced your fight, I will tell you that I saw people saying, why does she get a title fight after one fight at 115? And myself would tell these people that there's nobody really there at 115. She came down, she beat the number at the time. Jenny was ranked number 1 in the division still. Yes, she lost to Britain, but she lost to the champ. So you went down to 115, you beat the reigning number 1 contender who already fought for a title. You get the next shot. Like, what do you say to these people that think that you jumped the line? I don't understand that train of thought.
So my answer is exactly what you just said, but then at the same time, these people who are talking this shit are the people who don't do their homework, who don't watch the fights. They are like usually Instagram fans or like people who have never truly followed my career, who have never followed anybody else's. They just like, people love to talk shit. It's no matter what you do, how you do it, like especially as a female. And like I could fucking shit gold bricks and people are going to come for me and tell me I'm the worst, I don't deserve it. And yeah, you know,
That
these
your gold smells like shit.
My shit don't
That-
stink, so we
but
call those people poopy heads
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
in my house.
So
In your house.
it's
In my
it's
house,
just
that's
one
what
of
we say.
those things where like I definitely pay attention to the haters. I used to take it very hard. I would say around the time I fought Christine, like that stuff really bothered me. And now at this point, I'm like, you know what?
All right,
If
so
I
let me hold on. Let me stop right
go,
there. That's another thing that people are saying,
Yes.
especially the Britain Hart fans. And Britain has really loyal fans.
Oh.
You get oh my god, they're like crazy loyal.
So,
Yeah.
a few of them a little scary, actually,
A little crazy
on like a personal scary
those
level, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
she had some like really. I'm sure you have some of those too,
yeah,
where it's like frightening how much they're like following you.
yeah.
those are the ones though that are like, she's just gonna quit first round like she did against Christine.
Yeah.
When
Just
you
like
hear that, does that fuel you? Like, you motherfuckers, like now I want to kill you as well as her. You know what I mean?
it's just ignorance because like I just said, like I'm like clearly, so this is the thing is like I know you guys probably saw that video that like came out on YouTube. It's like a short and it's just
Yep.
got millions of views. And it's like that came out and it's
Oh,
almost
yeah.
2 years since I fought Christine. Then that just came out. So it's like all these people talking this shit or seeing it. I'm like, you literally just saw like a short clip on YouTube that painted me in the most worst possible negative light and are creating an assumption on that. You didn't, like I said, didn't watch my fight with Jod. You didn't watch my fight with Jenny. You don't know anything in between. Like, unless someone really knows my career back to front page and like can give me facts.
And you boxed,
Yeah.
didn't you? You had a boxing match in between too,
Yeah,
right?
with
You
Jenny.
Yeah.
No, oh, no.
No,
Right? No,
I had
you
a
fought Jenny
boxing
in
match.
MMA.
Yeah.
no,
fought
I
Jenny
did
in
she had
MMA.
but she had a boxing match after the Christine
remember that.
fight. You fought, you
Angelica
have
Martinez. Yeah.
yes,
Was
yeah.
there a cage around the ring?
There
For the
was, and then they
boxing?
took it down at the like when
Okay.
it was time for boxing, they took it down. But
Okay.
so I went,
I remember that. Yeah.
I won 2 fights
Mhm.
and lost 1, and not to mention in my fight with Jade, got hit with her hardest overhand and got right back up and
Yeah.
finished the fight. So I'm like, anybody that wants to call me a quitter or say that stuff, like if anybody is assuming that I'm just gonna quit a fight, they're ignorant and they are not doing their homework, and they need to get better hobbies than watching YouTube and talking shit on my Instagram.
Yeah. You
Well,
know,
they wanna
people
make
that
that-
assume make themselves look like assholes, right? That's
Yeah.
what they say.
It makes an ass out of you and me.
Oh.
That's what it is.
But
Oh.
that the thing is that they're trying to make that make you a quitter. They want you to be a
Yeah.
quitter. They want
And
that. That's what they want to happen.
it fuels
So they
me,
can
and
say,
it fuels me, you know. I there have been so many times where I'm like, when I win this belt, I can't wait to give a big FU to so many people. But at the same time, like, they don't even deserve it. Like, I have so many good people in my
Yeah.
life and so much good support and stuff. Those are the people that really truly deserve my recognition. The people who didn't fall by the wayside when shit was rough. And, you know, those are the people who deserve my flowers and my words and my kind and my time and my energy, not these trolls. Like, these people are just, I always have to remember, like, these are people who have never usually fought in a ring, who've ever stepped up and done anything really worth a damn with their life, that they're just miserable and have to talk shit on me. And, you know, at the end of the day,
No.
that's it. And I keep it moving. But I notice it, but it doesn't bother me and I don't care anymore. Like, it's like, give me a new one. If you're gonna call me like a quitter, come on, bro. Like, been
Yeah.
used 400 million times. Like, a quitter is like the least offensive now. Like, come up
We
with
see
something.
it too. Taylor, I take offense to it too.
Yeah.
I'll do it. We'll take it offense for you. And you just go on doing great things like you are
Thank you.
and continue on with all the good shit that you got going, because you really do have it going for you right now. We are going to wrap it up with you right now, right quick here. But before we do have to give away some stuff. And I got to announce something, right? So some awesome guy made this poster, right? I don't know who did it, but this fucking
It's-
guy, whoever makes these posters is some fucking really talented motherfucker. I gotta tell you, right? It's me, everyone.
people are obsessed with it. People are obsessed. Like, it's been, I get questioned about it all the time. Even at the Fort Lauderdale event, everyone was like, "How do I get this poster?"
Really?
Yeah,
God,
people
maybe I
love
should
it.
start making posters. But so here's what we did,
I
right?
think it's this poster in particular, Kyle.
Yeah, I
Right,
was gonna
right.
say, I think.
Okay.
This is
But
the one.
this is the one. And
That one is signed that you just had up. I do have one that's just a little bit brighter. Maybe
yeah.
color. I
So
don't know. The other one was kind of dim.
we have, but the one that I showed was the one that has the autographs on it. We
Yeah.
are going to give this away to a viewer, but also Mike, right before we came online here, the great Taylor Starling has said whoever wins that poster will also win one of her trading cards too, and signed, and a signed pick. So
Oh, nice.
we will pick a winner now. And Taylor, don't you give away the answer. Don't you do it.
I
All
don't
right.
even know
Don't
the
do
answer.
it. Don't
I
do
don't
it.
know.
You
Everybody
do know
get
the
ready.
answer.
Get yourself ready for this. People, start warming your fingers up. However you're going to get your Google fingers ready. You gotta
going.
warm
All
them
right.
up, you know?
This is easy, by the way. All you got to do is be a fan of both of these fighters. Taylor and Britain have both fought 3 familiar women in the BKFC. Who are the 3 opponents that they have both fought in the BKFC? They have both fought the same 3 women. Who are those 3? Very easy. Let's see how quick your typing fingers are, you
Yes.
fuckers.
Write it anyway, as long as we can understand it.
I don't think it helps that Britain just posted this today. Not to give it away.
Did she?
But
She did?
yeah, she literally posted that today.
Oh, that's funny. We were going back and forth because we're like, okay, we could say how many rounds did they fight combined in Knucklemania, right? So
That's a
it's
good
like
one.
right away, Kyle goes 10. That's too easy. So like, okay, let's see. Let's
No.
keep
I'm
thinking.
thinking you guys should have been like,
Well,
what's
Monica,
Taylor's?
I think we're not going to give that one to Monica, because Monica, you can get an autograph anytime you want.
I
Anytime
know.
you want.
We'll get you something.
Big Ben is
Let's see here.
wrong. Sam, wait a minute.
What the heck?
Sam says Jenny Savage, Faria, Christina. No, that's wrong. It's somewhat right, but it's wrong. You need to
Close.
give us all 3 names, guys. Give
Yes.
us all. Jenny.
Hold on. Okay, let me go through this here because I think that.
Who do we got?
All right. So Monica, we're sorry, but we'll, Monica, anything you want, you just ask us. I mean, you may be the mother of one of the fighters that are fighting at this event coming up. So okay, I think it's okay. We got Jenny and Christine. No, that Megan. No, Wesley Killeagle, Misfit, Segala, and Jenny Savage. He says.
Boom. Wesley Kill Eagle, send me send me a Facebook message or an Instagram DM, or actually, you know what, Mike, just throw the fucking, here we go. Email us to that email address, your name and address, and we will get that name and address to Taylor, and we'll send you the poster, and she'll send you the trading card and the signed pick, and you just got yourself some fucking awesome memorabilia.
Let's go.
And then get your ass over to fucking Sturgis while you're at it, Kill Eagle, right?
Yeah, I think yeah, Sam missed out on one person. Donovan Michael, he wrote cleavage, cereal, Sagala.
Oh,
Those are all things that I like. You know, I like cleavage, I like cereal, and I like Teresa. She's cool. So hey, that's perfect, but not
and
the right
Teresa's
answer.
probably got all of those things. Well, she's got the cleavage. She's probably
Yes.
got cereal at home, and
Yeah.
she is Teresa Sagala.
That's right.
And we do have one guy in here that's saying, I said that shit 10 minutes ago. My second message. And I'm not even going to say your name right now, Big Ben, but you don't get anything from this show because you are at all the events and you can get shit signed by
He's
these
an
people.
owner.
Like
He
come
wins
on.
stuff all the
Oh
he
my
does win
God.
stuff all the time.
Enough with you. Hey, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, Taylor. It's always a blast talking with
Yeah.
you. And August 3rd is going to be an absolute insane, fucking amazing night. Before we let you go, final words from Killa Bee before you go.
First of all, let me give a shout out to my boyfriend's parents. I think they're watching. They might have gotten off. I don't know if they're on here, but I said I would give them a shout out. Second of all, I'm really looking forward to this. I have a lot of respect for Britain. She's tough, and I'm excited to be fighting a game worthy opponent. And I know she's feeling the same way. This is a big, big deal for the women's division, and I can't wait for us to, represent all the way to the top at Sturgis at the biggest event ever. Download the BKFC app if you haven't. It's super cheap, and I don't know why people haven't subscribed if they haven't. So cheap. Get on there, get with it. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you to all my sponsors. I have a long ass list. I'm not gonna go down it. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm excited. This is like the best version of myself, and I'm excited to showcase it. And you guys are the best. I feel like it's always fun when we circle back and talk, and it feels like it was just yesterday we did the last one. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, fans, everybody who tuned in and jumped on here. It means a lot to me. I love you guys so much.
Well, Tina Bransfield Vespi is in the comments. She is still watching. She says, love you, Taylor.
I love you guys.
She heard the shout out. So thank you so much for coming on. We will see you in Sturgis. We'll be out there August 2nd, the morning of August 2nd. So can't wait to be out there. Mike, do you have anything else for the Killa Bee?
Is that the woman who made the beautiful Nicholas? Is that his actual name, or is it just
It
Nick?
is.
It's Nicholas. Okay, good. Yeah.
He's gonna
The wonderful Nicholas.
He's gonna be so red about all that when he hears it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like to take pictures of him because he's obviously a professional photographer and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I have this nice camera that, kind of makes it look like I know what I'm doing occasionally. And when he's taking pictures of things, I take pictures of him.
Yeah.
And then
every behind the camera.
Yeah, I always take pictures of him and send it to him.
He's
and
such
then
an angel.
And then I feel like shit because it doesn't look that good. And I'm like, I just sent a photographer a semi-shitty picture of themselves, and they're probably gonna hate it, But I always send pictures.
And what a face main on
He's
that guy,
great.
right? What a
great.
face main on that guy, huh? That'd be
beautiful,
unbelievable.
angel, sweetest, best human ever.
You know what's funny? I have a random video. I would just happen to be recording something. I don't know what. And I had gone up to the window. It was like 2 a.m. or something. We were in South Carolina. And I think you guys were like walking outside and he's pulling a luggage and he got the luggage caught on a tree. I got it on camera. I don't know why I was recording, but I just happened to see, and I was like, oh, look, there's Taylor, there's Nick. And then it got caught on. He's walking, he gets caught on the tree, and you can tell he kind of tries to pull it around the tree, and it keeps walking. I have to send it to you. It's kind of funny. It's just such a random.
The case only goes one way, so it's he asks me to pull it sometimes, and he gets frustrated because I'm trying to yanking it around, but it only goes one direction. So yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, just a random video got him caught on a tree with a luggage. I mean, when does that ever happen?
Shout out Nick Vespi. I'm gonna call him after we hang up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's always awesome to talk to you. Like you said, reminiscing. Love to reminisce.
It's been a long time, guys. We've been in this together. It's like fam. So
yep, let's go.
So everybody, listen up. August 3rd, Hart versus Starling for the women's strawweight championship. You better be there. That's it. I'm not even going to say watch it. You better buy tickets and you better be there. We better see you. All right. We better see you at Sturgis. You're riding a motor. Everybody's going to have a motorcycle. We're going to be riding them all over the place like maniacs.
Except for Taylor.
We're going to be going off jumps and stuff. It's going to be crazy.
No, I'm worried about getting my head put on Mount Rushmore. So that's what my biggest.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Thanks, Taylor.
thank you so much.
guys.
Everybody else, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
With 3-punch combinations, the move and war. Big right hand lands from Robbie Peralta. Running now from Coach's right now. He's going to knock down number 2. That was clean on the way. Good left hand from Peralta. That turns straight round. Wallace after the flurry circling out. Big right hand knockdown number 4. That is the fight, and that is the win for Dan Petty.
There it is.
Big
There it
right
is. There it
hand.
is. There it is. Big right hand. We are done for the night, guys. We have to cut it short tonight. We went a little later than we thought we were going to do, but
it
Mike, you
always
should be
happens.
okay, right? We'll
Yes,
be all right.
gotta get it.
And shout out to the OG himself, Sam Shewmaker, the Hillbilly Hammer. Thanks for stopping in. It was so excited. I was excited to talk to him. He's been out for a minute and he's getting his shot against Josh. Thank you for coming on. And Taylor is just one of our favorite fucking guests. She's just awesome to go. And her opponent next, August 3rd is one of our other ones. Like, we always have such a good time talking to both Taylor and Britain on this show. So always a good time talking to her. Shout out to Wesley Kill Eagle for winning that poster. And make sure you send us the information, because poster, trading card, and signed autographed picture are all going your way, dude. Congratulations to you. What do you think, man?
Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I see some new names in there. I love it. I see some people who've been around for a while. Thanks for sticking around. And we had a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back. We're back in action, and we're going to Sturgis. We're going to be covering it live. So we got a couple of shows next week, and then we're heading the road. Hitting the road.
That's it. So we will see you guys next Wednesday at the regular time, 9 p.m. In the meantime, get over to buckedup.com, use promo code Mike and Mish 20 and get some bucked up stuff. Dude. You see this, Dad? You see this fucking goddamn thing? I'm going to put this right around Ben's neck at Sturgis. I'm going to put it right around his neck. I'm going to fucking squeeze that shit. I'm going to fucking pop his head. No, I'm just joking. But you can get this way by going to buckedup.com, use promo code Mike and Mish 20. If you want to live forever, be a sexual dynamo and lose some weight, go to Dynamic Life. Get over to @LIV Dynamic on Instagram and join the Rasha Revolution. Go to at the Rasha Revolution on Instagram. Go to www.therasha.com. Check that out and get your mind right. Become a champion. With that said, Mike, you got anything else for the peeps?
Yeah, I know what I have, and you know what it is? Peace. That's what it is.